Welcome back to part 2 of Creek Connections Origins. Here we are down a little bit closer to the river. In this part I'm going to talk a little bit about the mechanics, the who, what, when, about the origins of Creek Connections. We first started, we proposed the French Creek Environmental Education Project. Whoa, that's a mouthful. We wanted to propose a hands-on project that modeled the process of scientific research. That is data collection, interpretation, presentation. We wanted a strong field component, and here's where I can go to my unofficial slogan, Kids in Creeks, Learning Happens. We wanted an ongoing project that kids would engage repeatedly in their backyard streams, not just a one-day field trip. Those are important, but we wanted students to be able to experience and do research in their backyard throughout the year. And our watershed theme, there's always something happening in streams. Nearly everybody has a stream in their backyard. French Creek and Mill Run and tributaries, Woodcock Creek, are all wonderful streams to work in the French Creek watershed. Water chemistry, biodiversity, and land use in the surrounding area all interact, and our goal was a project where we would learn about those interactions. So our project model, Mark was the geologist and he focused on developing the water chemistry aspects. I was the biologist and focused on the ecological connections. And Allegheny student interns would participate in all aspects of program development, as well as be the liaisons to school teachers and mentors for the school students. And teachers from the region we invited based on their interest in joining the project, as opposed to any kind of a curricular mandate from the school district. So we wanted teachers who were interested in participating on their own. We developed an annual cycle for the project. It started in the summer with a summer institute for teachers. The participating teachers would come to Allegheny College, receive equipment, and we'd work through the methodology together at a local stream site so everyone was familiar with the procedures for water chemistry, biological monitoring, and other topics. We then, the teachers went back to the schools and introduced it to their classes with Allegheny interns on occasion, and began the process of ongoing stream monitoring. Every class monitoring the same chemical parameters and using same procedures for any biological monitoring. We also provided opportunity for students to develop their own self-designed projects, whatever interested them the most. Maybe it was stream microbiology, maybe it was wetland plants, and that would allow them to kind of craft and take ownership of their little piece of the project. The final ingredient of the annual cycle is our annual symposium in April that brought all participating classes to Allegheny College to share and celebrate their learning with poster displays and so forth. So 1995-96 was our inaugural year. We developed and tested the methods. April Klaus was a student at Allegheny College who helped lead that effort. We used the grant money to purchase equipment for the teachers. We wrote the handbook. We recruited teachers from Meadville, from Maplewood, from Conneaut Lake, from Sagertown, from Cambridge Springs, from Rocky Grove. For example, the Meadville teacher, Mr. Hootman, had already been doing water testing down at Rat Lake. You know, Rat Lake, that little thing behind the dam on Mill Run. And so it was a natural for him to join the project and involve his students in this broader collaborative. The first Summer Institute, we provided equipment, worked through the methods, And in April 1996, we held our first symposium at Allegheny College with, I think it must have been over 150, maybe 200 participating students and environmental professionals coming to share what we had learned about the French Creek watershed. Wow, that was a busy year. The second year, we added more teachers. We included middle schools, including Meadville Middle School. We even included an elementary school from Sherman, New York, at the upper reaches of the watershed. We added teacher professional development workshops. In the fourth year, we expanded to include Pittsburgh area schools, and as a result, we changed the name at that time to Creek Connections. More developments, loaner modules, Creek Camp. We developed an exchange with Costa Rica and German students one year, and we had introduced the project to Costa Rica schools and organizations. But we were always true to the core philosophy of project-based learning, a strong field component, and kids in the creeks, learning happens. The Allegheny College role was to provide equipment, human resources, and organization to support school teachers and students in this collaborative learning about watershed resources. And the Allegheny College students, our beloved Creekers, act as mentors to the school students.